I really just want to jump into Batista and why I think the crowd turned on him. And it's honestly, I don't think wrestling fans are as stupid as WWE would like them to be. And I think they have a respect for these guys who work all year. They have a respect for the guys that they're following on TV every single week. Their attachment is to them. It's not to a guy who hasn't been around for 4 years trying to make his name elsewhere. It's not for a guy who came back 6 days ago and now gets to headline the biggest pay-per-view of the year. I think the fans don't like that. If Batista came in and wanted to do some sort of feature match on the Mania card, I think people would be okay with that. But when you just kind of step in out of nowhere and all of a sudden you're taking the most important spot in the most important match of the year over guys who you've been following every single week for the last year plus, I think you're insulting the fans.
Oh, totally. Like, insulting is a great way to put it, because really, what's the point of following wrestling for the rest of the year beyond the months of January to April? Because the guys that are going to come back and headline WrestleMania are the guys that show up in that period. Like, The Rock did it for the last 2 years, and now Batista's doing it this year. So how are you supposed to care about all of the other months of the year when everybody that's going to be a part of WrestleMania doesn't show up until right about now?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest problem. You know, Goldberg had this problem, ironically enough, with The Rock, who we just talked about. Goldberg, huge WCW guy, had his promo that he was going to come in at WrestleMania, and then at Backlash, he was booed out of the building. Why? Because people knew he was going to go over. People weren't stupid, and they were pissed that here's The Rock, the guy that the people have devoted years to, and then here's Goldberg, the guy from the other company, the guy that just came in swooping, and it took him a long while, I think, for the fans to really, really get behind him the way they were in WCW, and the same things happens here. So I agree with you 100%, Keith, and
yeah,
the fact that
there it is.
Yeah, you have to wait for that, but it's stupid. It's stupid because as a fan, you think that you're wasting your time. It's almost like, I can't wait for the Raw after WrestleMania to happen to then see what we're actually going to devote our time to.
At least with The Rock, he is a legitimate megastar who might actually draw people in. So you know what? If you want to give him that top spot, yeah, people are going to boo him. The wrestling fans themselves are going to boo him. But you know what? He's bringing in a mainstream audience. But Batista, go walk down the street, go to the mall, ask anyone if they knew who the fuck Batista is. I guarantee you maybe 1 out of every 50 people might actually know. Nobody knows who the fuck Batista is. He's not that big of a star. He was a big WWE guy, and he was never even the WWE guy. Why are you throwing this guy in? Unless this was some contractual obligation, which in that case, WWE, you done fucked up on that one. It's like, you're not going to draw shit with that. Like, we have the potential of a main event of WrestleMania being 2 part-timers in Brock Lesnar versus Batista for the title. Lesnar might bring in some names, but I still think that's just the worst idea ever. And in WrestleMania, it really is just becoming a thing of, you know, everyone works their ass off all year, and then all the part-timers come in at the last second and take over the show. And it's total horseshit, and it's an insult to the true wrestling fans.
Hey, if you like this clip, you can check out full shows over at Bytethat.com, as well as iTunes and Stitcher by searching Bytethat. Also, send us questions through Twitter at ByteThatCast or email bytethatcast@gmail.com.